If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that sub button for more amazing content. Now, let's jump straight into the video. What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bofino1, bringing you guys in another YouTube video. So as we all know about the current situation that we are living in, which is a pandemic due to the current virus, the coronavirus, that is rapidly spreading, there has been quite a bit of concern about when a vaccine will come out for the virus and will it be effective. Many experts are saying we will be living with the virus for many years to come, and even a vaccine is unlikely to eliminate it for good. Trust Director Sir Jeremy told the House of Commons Health that, in quotes, things will not be done by Christmas, which makes sense as a vaccine takes, close quotes, which makes sense as a vaccine takes roughly a year to possibly two before it can be given to the public. Many believe that we'll be living with COVID for quite some years to come. Professor John Bell of the University of Oxford said, in quotes, the reality is that the pathogen is here forever. It isn't going anywhere. Look at how much trouble they've had in eliminating, for example, polio. That eradication program has been going on for 15 years and they're still not there. So this is going to come and go, and we're going to get winners where we get a lot of this virus back in action. The vaccine is unlikely to have a durable effect that'll last for a very long time. So we're going to have a continual cycle of vaccinations and then more disease and more vaccination and more disease, close quotes, which is why so many people have been trying to get people to understand the importance of social distancing and with the current situation that the world is in. However, many people are not really listening and still having these parties, traveling to different states versus just staying at home. I believe that a lot of people thought that once the world kind of started opening back up, the economy, like, you know, how they have the whole 25% to be able to eat in restaurants, people able to go to bars at, small capacity, or people being able to eat outside. I think a lot of people kind of got this fantasy thinking that, oh, well, since we can kind of go back to semi-normal and these retail stores are opening back up, that, hey, now the virus is gone. And that's not the case. The virus is not gone. The virus is still here. And I think a lot of people fail to realize that the virus is still here. The whole point really why the lockdown really started was really to help out the hospitals, because when the virus first started kind of circling, the hospitals were being overflooded. They didn't have enough ICU beds, they didn't have enough ventilators, PPE equipment for the nurses and doctors, etc. So really, it's not that the virus is going away, it's to help slow down the spread of it, right? Because if you close down a lot of stuff that people go to that has, big groups of people, like movie theaters, malls, grocery stores, whatever, etc., that will allow for the virus to not be able to spread as easily. Having people work from home, etc., like it slows the contact that people have, so it stops the spread. And hopefully by doing so, the people that are in the hospital that are infected, they can have a better chance of coming out of it alive and fully recovering, and then thus opening up the hospitals. Because what's going on right now with a lot of places in the South is that, let's say you get sick, and let's just say you have a common cold or a flu, like you don't even have a coronavirus, like you don't have the virus, just a regular symptom, or maybe something's wrong with your body, like, anything could happen, right? If the hospitals are so flooded with COVID cases, it gets to a point where, let's say someone falls and hurts their hip, or let's say, like you had the flu, you can't even go to the hospital to get like day-to-day kind of like basic things that happen to people. You can't even go to the hospital because they're over capacity with COVID. And then it gets to a point where, okay, you have the people that are non-COVID places are now being flooded with people, are starting to have people that have COVID in those areas. So what happens is now you got the people that don't have COVID are potentially being exposed to people that do have COVID because they can't separate them due to an overcapacity or overpopulation of people that have COVID. So it's more of was really to try, in my opinion, to help out the hospitals, to stop the spread, and also to help out the hospitals so they can try to treat the people that were currently in them, and it affect people at a slower rate. And right now, with it spreading the way it is and people having these COVID parties and not listening, it seems as if we're like, I don't know if we're ever going to get to that point. And as well as there's a lot of frontline workers that are being affected, nurses and doctors. There's quite a few of them that have died due to the COVID-19 because they're frontline workers. They're facing people that have that virus every single day. So we're also hurting the people that are essentially able to help us get out of that situation. So I do believe that this may be around for quite some years to come, especially with a vaccination taking, a year and a half to 2 years to even happen. And the thing is, once they get the vaccination, they have to test it. So, okay, when they test it, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? We just don't know. But let me know your guys' thoughts about this down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll chat with you later. Peace, Fan Army.